Yo, what's going on guys? It is TGM, and before we get started into this video, I'd just like to update you guys on something. So as you can hear, I did upgrade my microphone, so you guys won't be hearing any like dollars or quality sound from me anymore. And if you are wondering, I did end up getting the blue snowball, not the ice, but the regular blue snowball, which is the upgraded version. But anyways, let's get right into the video.
Nigga wanna see me fall. Stephen Curry, how I ball. Gosha garments and a white 3 on my body. I'm an icon, man. And my girl about a 10. I should fuck her in the Benz. Niggas say they run my hometown, I don't know how.
So today we're going to be talking about the Dragon Ball timelines. We know there are 5 time rings in total, but let me just tell you, these timelines are really hard to follow for most people. I was having so much trouble trying to wrap my head around what each timeline is and how each timeline was created. You know, I was so confused on what the heck is going on in Dragon Ball Super, but I finally did come to a conclusion on what the heck is actually going on in Dragon Ball timelines. But of course, you guys may have different opinions on how it goes, but anyways, here's my opinion or theory on how the Dragon Ball timelines go. So as for Daisenshu, from Dragon Ball Z, we have 4 different timelines. 1 being the main timeline we are watching, 2 being Future Trunks timeline, 3 being Cell's timeline, and 4 being an unseen timeline that we haven't been told about. So it may seem like, yo, TGM, that looks pretty easy to understand. Why are you creating a video on it? Well, in Dragon Ball Super, things get a little weird. So from Daisenshu, from the Dragon Ball Z time, they tell us that Future Trunks Time Machine basically created 3 different timelines because Dragon Ball kind of follows like a weird multiverse theory modification or whatever. But anyways, we are told Trunks Time Machine creates 3 timelines. In Dragon Ball Super, this is retcon as we found out that Future Trunks actually only created ways. Then at Dragon Ball Super Goku Black arc, a new time ring is created when Beerus destroys Zamasu. So we now have 5 time rings in total. The silver time ring represents the original Dragon Ball timeline, which likely is the timeline which Cell is from, in which he kills Future Trunks. So then we come to green time ring number 1, which is created by some guy in Universe 12. We don't know if this time ring actually has an effect on Universe 7, but all we know that it's there. Then we come to green timing number 2, which is Future Trunks timeline, where he saves Goku and learns to Cell in the past. This is the Future Trunks timeline we are accustomed to. And remember, this timeline is created because Future Trunks learns of Cell in the past, so when he goes to the future and kills Android 17 and 18, he knows about Cell, that Cell is gonna come and kill him, so he realizes this and then kills Cell. So this, remember, this is the same Future Trunks that we know. Next is the third green time ring, which is created when Future Trunks saves Goku, and this is the timeline we were watching in Dragon Ball Z, and it's basically Goku Black's timeline. Now we have a fork in the timeline where the third green time ring splits off into 2 different directions, creating an additional time ring. So remember, the third green time ring is where Zamasu becomes black and he kills Goku. Although Beerus creates an additional time ring when he kills Goku Black, and this is the time ring we are now watching. And now the 4th green time ring is obviously the time ring we are watching, as I just said, is the time where Beerus again kills Zamasu, and you know, the time we are watching, you know, the next episode of Raleigh or whatever. And I believe the 6th time ring, which is now the 5th green time ring, is now the future that belongs to the double Trunks. So basically, here's basically a sum up of what I was saying. So yes, the silver time ring represents Cell's timeline. The green time ring number 1 represents the unknown person in which Universe 12 created, which again, it is unknown if it really affects Universe 7. Green time ring number 2 represents Future Trunks timeline. Green time ring number 3 represents DBZ's timeline, which was the main timeline we were following in Dragon Ball Z, which is Black's timeline. And green time ring number 4 represents the new main timeline, in which Beerus kills Zamasu, creating the new timeline that Super undergoes. And yes, finally, the last timeline is the double Trunks timeline. So hopefully this clears some things up in Dragon Ball Super regarding timelines. Of course, you guys might have different opinions on how each time ring is created and how it goes, but I believe this satisfies the confusion for now. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a like and comment about your own thoughts on this topic. And I create tons of Dragon Ball content, so be sure to subscribe and get notified the next time I upload. Also, I try to upload once a day, but I have university, so some days I can't really get a video out because of studying. But anyways, again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm out.